it's Costa Rica taking on Guatemala. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for being with us here today. It is a picture-perfect day here in the Bahamas, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. There's some breeze in the forecast as well. But as we look overhead, it is absolutely beautiful. Yesterday's results, a massive win for El Salvador, taking down Guatemala by 7-0. El Salvador has been full of goals, while Mexico did beat Costa Rica. This is what the Group A standings look like. El Salvador, couple of wins so far. They are looking in very good position to advance on to the knockout stages. Guatemala and Costa Rica, though, still able to advance. And as we look at the fixtures for today, our first game up is Costa Rica and Guatemala. Then it is Mexico and El Salvador before Group B action kicks into high gear at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. But here on the sand in the Bahamas, we have had some awesome matches so far. El Salvador has been the top team in this group as they have scored 13 goals. They've only conceded 1 after Guatemala got a massive win, maybe an upset win over Mexico in the first game on Tuesday. They really took a step back yesterday, so they are looking to get back at it today with an opportunity to advance on to the knockout stages. And that would eliminate either El Salvador or Mexico. But right now, the goal difference is heavily in favor of El Salvador. Some of those cruise goers maybe want to check out the beach soccer here today in Nassau, as we have 2 games here in Group A and then 2 games in Group B later on today. And there will be a break tomorrow before on the weekend will be the knockout stages, the 2 semifinals, and then the final, as the 2 semifinal winners will advance on to the 2025 FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup in Seychelles in May. So the teams are taking to the fields here today. It is Costa Rica and Guatemala. A lot on the line. Costa Rica still looking for that elusive first point in this competition. We'll hear both national anthems and we'll get you set for beach soccer here in Nassau.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Costa Rica, followed by the national anthem of Guatemala.
Getting you set for the 2025 Concacaf Beach Soccer Championship Group A action between Costa Rica and Guatemala. I'm Josh Eastern, glad to be with you. It's the last day of the group stage, and both Costa Rica and Guatemala still with hopes of advancing on to the semifinals. They have to finish, though, in the top 2 spots here of Group A, and these 2 teams come in as the bottom 2 teams in this group. Final photo op for Costa Rica. Some final words of encouragement from Pablo Crocker for this Guatemala side. And a chance to take a look at today's starting lineups for Omar Velasquez of Costa Rica, the captain. The goalkeeper, Jason Medina, will start on the bench, though. We have seen both goalkeepers for Costa Rica. Luis Zamora is going to get the start today. It was Jesus Valencia who scored the lone goal on Tuesday, and then it was a goal for Eddie Jimenez yesterday. Only 2 goals scored so far for Costa Rica. And our referees here, our first referee, Arian Crespo of Cuba, Alexis Gonzalez of Cuba as well, and Alexander Vitia from Cuba. Our timekeeper from the Dominican Republic is Yamani Diaz. And the 2 captains, Jason Medina and Pablo Crocker for Guatemala. Could this be the final game for both Costa Rica and Guatemala in this competition? Both these teams hope not. For Guatemala, they got a great performance on Tuesday, scoring 4 goals and beating Mexico. It was Lem, Perez, and Crocker who were the goal scorers. And they are trying to get back on the score sheet. Farley Castro, the head coach, knows that his team is still in search of that advancement to the next round. Just about ready to go, waiting for the top of the hour here in Nassau. There is the whistle, and here we go. It's Guatemala and Costa Rica. The last day of the group stage, and an early chance and a big save from Luis Zamora. How about that start? It could have been Bernie Marroquin for Guatemala trying his luck there and nearly opening the scoring here inside of just a few seconds. Guatemala looking for a hot start, which is what they got on Tuesday, scoring a couple of early goals as this one is knotted forward. Is back to goal. What a pass that was, and it's an opener for Pablo Crocker. About 30 seconds in, Guatemala is on the board, and after being held off the score sheet yesterday, they are right back to it here today. Look at that little slit pass in from Miguel Gonzalez, connecting with Crocker. There was nobody at the back post. And right now, Costa Rica is going to have to play from behind yet again. They were down 3-0 to Mexico yesterday. Costa Rica was against El Salvador. They actually equalized after El Salvador scored an early goal. Here's a shot from distance, and it rings the crossbar. Wow! Guatemala is coming out firing today. That's exactly what you want to see if you are Farley Castro, the head coach. Some pressure here. Zamora trying to get rid of this. He just does. Costa Rica did go level in that opening game against El Salvador, as this is a foul here, and it's going to be a free kick. Guatemala all over Costa Rica here early on. Completely taking out the legs there of Jose Lem, who has a couple of goals already in this competition. Runway to the ball is Jose Lem. One-on-one against Luis Zamora, and it's saved. The rebound is put wide. As we were saying, El Salvador and Costa Rica, it was a 1-1 draw after about 5 minutes of game action, and then it was 5 unanswered goals from El Salvador in that game. So Costa Rica haven't been level for long in this competition. This one's floated back into the middle. The header is touched over the bar. Hendrik Cordova able to make the save for Guatemala. Guatemala has to get some sort of result today, whether that is a win in extra time, win in the penalty shootout, or a win in regulation, as this is another save for Cordova. They're level on points with Mexico. They did beat Mexico, but the goal difference is not in their favor after that game against El Salvador. Mexico does play El Salvador coming up after this game. Their shot from distance is out of play. It was deflected. Comes in towards the near post, a battle for this ball. Lem is in there as well. And it's cleared all the way back the other way for Hendrik Cordova. This is floated out of play. Straight out of play. So Costa Rica, again, the struggles continuing for them. Guatemala, they have shown well in this competition. Cordova plays it forward, the flicked header. Now it comes centrally. Crocker was just deflected there as the shot came in. Zamora has to put it out of play. There is an injured player here, it appears, for Costa Rica. It's Jorge Rojas. Drop ball to put this back into play. Just over 3 minutes expired. Already an early goal for Pablo Crocker and Guatemala. Zamora sends this well out of play. It's taken from distance again, and Cordova puts it wide. Played towards the corner. Now the header comes centrally, and it's cleared away. Chance here for Costa Rica to get something going, but that defense has been pretty strong so far today from Guatemala as it's jarred loose. And now coming back the other way, a shooting chance by Montepeke, but nothing doing. Their shot blocked. Gamboa trying his luck. Costa Rica, they built into this game a little bit. Getting things going here. Now 5 minutes in, 3 periods, 12 minutes each. Guatemala able to win this ball back in the middle. And it's moved off to the far side. Now trying something on goal, but this is well out of play. Castro trying to encourage his team. Knows that he needs some sort of result today. Although if they do lose, it would then depend on Costa Rica's goal difference, as this is thrown downfield. Cordoba gets it. And then potentially how much Mexico loses by if they do lose to El Salvador. So still a lot of ways that either of these teams could get through. El Salvador have to consider the safest team. Costa Rica is to get 3 points in this game. El Salvador would be confirmed going through before they even take to the pitch here later on today in just a couple of hours. But that was another challenge put in by Valencia. And it's a free kick going to Eric Montepeke here. This from distance. Instead, he'll just kind of play it down the line. Costa Rica read that well, and it's out of play. Coming into the corner, and it does run out of play. Forward. Oh, and there's something right there in front of goal. It was Cordoba put his body on the line, and it ends up out of play. Cordoba being checked on. Corner kick here for Costa Rica as the whistle comes. Crocker wins it back immediately and pushes it upfield. Chance here for Guatemala to extend this advantage. Gonzalez ended up losing out there. Guatemala is able to quickly win it back. The play and go back to Costa Rica. Far side again. Contact there. It's pushed down the field again, and it's taken by Cordoba. He'll look to distribute quickly. Well, awkward bounces off this sand and into the hands of Luis Zamora into the final 4.5 minutes of this opening period. Try to take this from distance. It's headed away, and all the way over the top, it runs out, and Guatemala will be able to restart again. side, and this takes another weird bounce off of the sand and out of play. That's why so many of these shots you see are taken low, and you have to let it bounce. That's when the trouble can come into play if you're trying to connect some passes on the sand. This player is so technically sound, as you see here with Luis Zamora. Play back through the middle. Crocker able to get that ball out of danger. Zamora floats it forward. Their pass towards the corners. It comes back centrally, cleared away. And now a breakaway here for Guatemala. The shot is saved. Gonzalez was waiting in the middle. Crocker did not get it to him. And now back the other way, Costa Rica trying to flip it over the goalkeeper. Nothing doing there. Gonzalez for Guatemala, and the shot is saved by Zamora. Zamora, heavy fall onto the sand. What a stop there. This again, what a stop. He's getting up to meet it. Had eyes for the back of the net, but Zamora just needs to get some sand out of his eye. Staff out to talk to Luis Zamora here. Corner kick to put this back into play. Into the middle, there was really nobody up there for Guatemala, and cleared back out to midfield. It's a throw in here coming for Guatemala with 2.5 minutes to go in this opening period. To the near side, nothing doing. Medina, who's come into this game as goalkeeper for Costa Rica. Ball bouncing around on the sand, and it comes away to Guatemala, but nothing doing there. Loaded out wide, all trying to come towards goal, but not been a ton of chances in this game for Costa Rica. Guatemala that scored in the opening few seconds of this game, and things from a shooting perspective have really quieted down on both sides. Another whistle and a foul. At it here. Whistle came. It's that jersey tugging. And Eric Montepeke was the one who was pulled down. There's a Calderon there for Costa Rica. A chance to try to test Justin Medina. Just over a minute to go in this opening period. It comes, and it's saved. Medina able to parry that away. And now Costa Rica will look to try to get something going. what Velasquez is going to talk to his team about in between periods here, because his team is really struggling at the moment to get something going. This is headed towards goal, and it's just wide. Not a bad effort there from Edwin Lopez.
30 seconds.
The whistle here. Stoppage of play. And decision going to be here. It's going to be a free kick going to Guatemala. A chance now for Miguel Gonzalez to shoot on goal. Gonzalez goes low and scores. Right at the end of this first period, it is Guatemala that has doubled the lead. The low strike. Justin Medina came off his line to try to cut down the angle, but too much power behind it. Beats the goalkeeper, and 2-0. Costa Rica now conceding goals in the opening 30 seconds and the closing 30 seconds or thereabouts in this first period. Guatemala controlling things through the opening 12 minutes. Consider them the favorites in this game just based on them having won a game already. Sails out of play, and this first period has come to a close. A couple of goals, Pablo Crocker, Miguel Gonzalez on the board for Guatemala. And after the opening 12 minutes, it's 2-0 to Guatemala.
El Salvador will then play against Mexico the next game. That will be done in the face of this game. Goals play for.
Players back in position now for the second period. The middle 12 here from Nassau, Bahamas. Malcom Park Beach Soccer Facility. 2025 Concacaf Beach Soccer Championship. Second period is underway, and already a big save from Hendrik Cordoba in the opening few seconds of this period. Tightly contested game, and now the goalkeeper out of his goal, but this shot not put on target, and it goes wide. Pressure here on the near side. It's played back and eventually taken by Cordova. Over the top, centering pass, runs all the way through, and it comes back and held on to there. Another shot, and Medina able to make the save. Diving to his left, the ball ends up out of play, and it's going to be throw in here. It's towards the area, and the scissor kick there by Crocker is out of play. Good opportunity. Long down the field, and nothing doing. Dribble this forward. Oh, Crocker nearly turned that over cheaply, but he was able to keep it in play. Now Guatemala under really no pressure. Now Cordova trying to make something happen. His distribution, though, is broken up. It's put out of play. Now another one coming, and it's headed away before it ever got to goal. Loaded forward again. Another one on the turn. How about that shot? Pablo Crocker, scissor kick a moment ago. That was just wide, and then that turnaround jump kick. I don't know what you call that, but it was acrobatic and exciting. Now a foul here on a collision. Bernie Marroquin colliding with Justin Medina. Marroquin coming off the field here, and it's going to be a free kick. Oh, and one from distance, and this one is well out of play. Justin Medina trying his luck there. Right now, Costa Rica, it has been tough to try to get something going in terms of an attack. Guatemala been an exciting team to watch, at least on Tuesday and today. They were not able to score a goal, though, yesterday. Here's another overhead kick, and it bounced just over the net. Acrobatic attempt there by Christopher Gonzalez. way back to Medina. Medina will restart. Flip forward. Aguero moves it ahead. Aguero gets it back. Aguero still. Aguero puts it in the middle. Now an overhead kick, and it's taken by the goalkeeper, Cordova. Chances starting to come a little bit more frequently here for Costa Rica, but Guatemala, they've also been knocking on the door to try to find another goal and give them a little bit more cushion in this game. Flipped high into the air. It was Christopher Gonzalez just waiting for that one to bounce. Another one, and Medina just has to parry this out of play. Cleared away. Here's right in front and cleared away. Another one coming through the middle. Take a deflection. And it goes back to Guatemala. Guatemala starting from the back again. It's flicked through the middle, and it is just saved. Good work to keep that ball in play by Delgado. There's really nobody up the field, only Juan Aguero there for Costa Rica. And now a whistle here. Stoppage in play with 5:01 to go in this second period. Just that contact coming from behind Gamboa. Down Meroquin, been involved in quite a few challenges, especially the other day as well. Here's another low shot on the free kick, and the shot goes wide. Bernie Meroquin trying his luck there. Distance. There, and this will be a free kick going to Costa Rica. Too much there from Miguel Gonzalez. Another look at it here. Looked like initially Jimenez kind of slipped over the ball, but then the contact continued on. And now another chance here for Costa Rica, parried centrally, and then the shot in the middle, just not enough power behind it. Minor Delgado lunging in to try to get there, couldn't quite do so, and now another whistle to stop play. Now a long shot coming, and that's a pretty straightforward one. Zamora has come back into the game. Loaded back into the middle. Guatemala able to win this ball back on the turn. The shot is blocked. Here's Crocker now. Crocker, he's acrobatic with it as he puts it towards goal. It's an assist and then a finish for Malcom. 3-0 to Guatemala. Well, not all the overhead kicks have to be shots on goal. It's Bernie Malcom to head that one in. And it's 3-0. Maybe a slight deflection on the way through. That's what maybe took it away from goal. Regardless, Malcom was waiting there for it and was able to provide the finish. And right off the kickoff, it's an overhead kick. Costa Rica trying to answer right back. And right now, Guatemala in command. And this is also going to be interesting because the goal difference could play a major factor in this group. If Mexico or El Salvador end up losing later on today, we'll see how it all goes. Right now, Guatemala giving themselves every chance to try to advance through. Another one coming towards goal, headed away, coming back downfield and put right towards those subs that are ready to come on. Cordova was sliding in. Costa Rica, though, on the throw. The overhead kick blocked in front. Christopher Gonzalez stepping in. Looking on, enjoying the beautiful weather in Nassau. 2.5 minutes to go in this second period. Floats in, the looping header is over the bar. Cordova was not going to get to that one, but he did see it go over the bar. Down the line and out of play. Costa Rica still trying to keep this pressure up, try to find something out of this game. through the middle. It runs through for Medina. And Costa Rica again will get things going. Back to the near side. Aguero off his chest. Aguero gets it back. Aguero towards goal. The overhead kick, and that's a big collision there with Hendrik Cordova. Now, Cordova holding his wrist. This play is stopped here. Here it is again. Just flick towards goal, and then, yeah, that's some heavy contact there. Jorge Rojas going up for it. This could be a yellow card out for Rojas. Put back in play, just over a minute to go in this middle 12, the second period of 3. And Guatemala in command. Malcom scoring a goal in this period to extend the lead out. Centrally. Now Guatemala. Another collision here, but there's no whistle. It's a play on from the referee, although there is a player down here for Guatemala as this is sent towards goal and taken by Cordova. Now the whistle comes to stop play. Was the initial one that this is the one that wasn't called. I think it was just kind of a coming together between the two number 2s, Carlos Arguello for Costa Rica, and Samuel Perez, who was a goal scorer on Tuesday for Guatemala. Back to play, final few seconds here. Oh, it's a deflection here, trying to get back in goal, but it's buried. Edwin Lopez scores for Guatemala. Another late goal in this period. And they are in command here in Nassau. Well done there by Edwin Lopez, just putting some pressure on Justin Medina, who gets caught. And then that's one of the easier goals he will ever score here. So Medina trying to dive in at the last second, couldn't get there. And a face full of sand. And a kiss of the badge for Edwin Lopez. A whistle here. Final few seconds ticking away. Overhead kick, trying to assist again, but that is the end of this second period, and we are through 24 minutes here from Nassau. It is all Guatemala as they are looking to position themselves to advance to the next round. What a big opportunity this could be for Guatemala, but still a little bit longer to go. We're through 2. It's Guatemala 4, Costa Rica ready to get back to it here, underway, and right off the opening kickoff, the shot is out of play by Costa Rica. It's the 2025 Concacaf Beach Soccer Championship. Costa Rica and Guatemala. It's looking like this is going to be the last day of this competition for Costa Rica, as they are right now on the outside looking in. They already were coming into this competition, based on the 2 losses through their opening 2 matches. Guatemala, though, in great position to advance through. They can hold on and get the full 3 points today, which is looking like they're going to. Zamora comes away with this. It's El Salvador and Mexico who play in just a little bit. That game will kick off at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Now another shot, this one blocked. Crocker coming through the middle. Crocker's shot blocked, second chance, blocked again. He'll get a third chance, but he'll move it off to the near side instead. Another one ends up out of play. Downfield, this one has to be punched out of play. Cordova, another heavy fall. He's going to need a moment here. Comes in, the overhead kick, and nothing doing there from Eddie Jimenez. Downfield, oh, look at that extra pass, and Gonzalez puts it out of play. Great work to set that all up. Just didn't quite come to be there for Guatemala. They'll get another chance here. Crocker off the throw-in. And it's blocked down. Costa Rica get this one out of danger, at least in the meantime. Played downfield. There it is, taken once more. Starts from the back. Missed first touch there in the middle, but the return ball, and it's finished. Edwin Lopez, 2 straight goals for Guatemala. It's 5-0 now. They are pouring it on here, and this is really helping their cause as well, because their goal difference is now up to -1. Instead of -6 where it started the day. A great little finish there from Lopez as he got the return ball. It was actually off the foot of Jesus Valencia of Costa Rica. It wasn't even his own player. Oh, a great goal scored there. Now Zamora just trying to get this out of harm's way. Time really running thin here on Costa Rica. They have not looked all too dangerous. Off to the far side. Costa Rica find a goal. They've only scored one in this competition. It came on the opening day, and give them credit for scoring the goal, but it was mostly a goalkeeper mistake. Goalkeeper came forward on El Salvador, didn't get there. The goal was wide open, ended up being a finish. So they have really struggled in front of goal to at least create through the run of play. This one sails out of play. Play this through the middle again. Instead, it's right at the goalkeeper, Zamora. He distributes quickly up the field. This ball trickling just wide. It appears it's a corner kick on the way. Calderon props it up, plays it all the way across and out of play. And now a player has gone down. That's Edwin Lopez, who's enjoying a great day here. A couple of goals scored over these last few minutes of action. He's back to his feet. It's Diego Vasquez who's now come into this game. He started the game on Tuesday. There's a little switch here at goalkeeper with the score very well in command here for Guatemala. First tiebreaker is goal difference. We'll see how that plays out between Mexico and Guatemala and El Salvador, depending on what happens in the second game here coming up in just a little bit. Crocker trying his luck. Guatemala put themselves in a great position to advance through as this ball sails out of play. They will be on 6 points with a win here in regulation. Mexico currently on 3, El Salvador on 6 as well. The only thing that would really hurt Guatemala would be a Mexico win in regulation. That would bring in goal difference, which means these last few minutes are actually pretty crucial for Guatemala. Try to find a few more goals and get this scoreline as high as possible. El Salvador putting some hurtings on their first 2 opponents in Costa Rica and then to Guatemala yesterday. Continuing to tick down. Coming through the middle again, and this one sails out of play. Downfield, chested down, the overhead kick is over the bar. Down. Does stay in play initially. Costa Rica able to keep it. Trying to get something going here. On the turn, comes towards goal, and Vasquez makes the save. He wants to distribute quickly. Numbers here for Guatemala, and the shot is fired out of play. 4 minutes to go. The shot, that one's blocked. Vasquez comes away with it. Really ticking away. Oh, this ball slipped through. It's just too far in front of Gonzalez. A whistle here. And it appears to be a foul. Free kick on the way for Costa Rica. This will be taken by Jonica Gamboa. Look at it here. It looks to, maybe it just came off his hand. Yeah, that is what the call is. Right through the middle, and here's the shot. It's wide. Every goal so crucial right now with the goal difference that could come into play in this group. Still 5-0 in favor of Guatemala. Costa Rica, they only scored 1 goal in this competition. Hosted this competition back in 2021. Back, and Vasquez able to keep it. Loaded forward again. It out wide. Another chance to shoot, and a good stop there. Overhead kick is put well wide.
Mexico versus El Salvador. Mexico with 3 points. El Salvador being so far with 6 points.
Salvador, Mexico coming up here in just a little bit.
Mexico win now with 6 points.
Shot here, Vasquez slips and puts it out of play. Move it ahead. Final few minutes ticking off this clock. This group has really turned into a tough one. It's based on Guatemala getting a big upset win over Mexico and really changed the dynamic of this group. El Salvador, the top-ranked teams, or the top-ranked team in Concacaf in the FIFA rankings, although they were only in pot 2 in terms of the draw for this competition. Guatemala looking to find something else in this game, but the shot runs wide. Distribution, knotted down, and again, nothing doing. Medokin still battling for it. Now a shot blocked. It was blocked by his own teammate. Overhead kick attempts, and the power on that. Now it comes back the other way, and there's no foul there. It's just a play on. The shot here, what a save! The rebound is in! Carlos Arguello scores, and Costa Rica have a goal in this game. Very well taken here. A great strike just to get that towards goal initially, and not a whole lot Vasquez could do as he then put it into the back of the net. Taken, and it is wide. Down again, looking in fields, and it is held onto by Vasquez. Trying to return it back up fields, sliding in. There is a whistle here with 12 seconds left as goalkeeper Zamora is shaken up, and a yellow card here for Bernie Merokin. Another look at it here. Zamora will take this. Zamora sends it out of play, and this game is coming to a close here. Guatemala are going to get 3 points, and they have put themselves in a great position to advance on. There is the final horn. Guatemala victorious today here in Nassau. 6 points through 3 matches. And right now they have moved into second place, still with one more game to go in this group. It will all come down to El Salvador and Mexico. Plenty on the line coming up here in just about an hour. But it's full time here in our first game. Costa Rica eliminated as Guatemala wins it 5-1.
Thank you. Your entertainment is superb and your country is beautiful. Slightly different to the Bahamas.
Full-time highlights, 2025 Concacaf Beach Soccer Championship Group A action between Guatemala and Costa Rica. And in the early going, it was all Guatemala as it was throughout much of this game. Shot blocked, but then on the ensuing throw-in, Gonzalez to Crocker and 1-0. Tidy little pass here from Gonzalez on the turn, and the finish to make it a 1-0 scoreline. Be a few chances back the other way. Good save here by Hendrik Cordoba to push this up and over the bar. Overall, it would be another good opportunity coming for Miguel Gonzalez in Guatemala. The chances would continue to fly in. And come the second period, a few chances as well for Costa Rica, but this game really belonged to this Guatemalan side. Trying to pepper the goal here, and then another overhead kick. Another big save here as well by Hendrik Cordoba to deny another goal for Costa Rica. Another save by Cordoba to push that one away. And more opportunities would come, and how about this? An overhead assist. The bicycle kick turns into an assist, and then the finish at the back post, an easy one for Edwin Lopez, or pardon me, for Bernie Merokin. Lopez would have his moment in just a little bit. It would be right here. Lopez, the first of his 2 goals, to put that one into the back of the net. The finish and the goal. Again, nodding it forward, and then the finish there. And well taken, Lopez into the corner. Big smile on his face, as there should be for his brace, but Costa Rica, they would find a goal in this game, and it would come from Carlos Arguello. They would bow out of this competition, just 2 goals scored. They will absolutely take it. And in the end, though, it is Guatemala. They get the win, and they will await to see if they are moving on. Still one more game to come up in this Group A. This is what the standings look like. El Salvador on 6 points, Guatemala on 6 points. Mexico must win in regulation if they want to advance to the knockout stage. Well, that will do it for our coverage for this first game up. Costa Rica And Guatemala finishes 5-1 in favor of Guatemala. We'll have El Salvador and Mexico coming up.